Update Aquatic updates are here! Hey guys, it's Chad. With every Update Aquatic snapshot, more and more amazing things are added. We have some features that I didn't even know that I wanted, and we have some updates to some older features that are really, really cool, like the Phantom. So without further ado, there's so much to talk about this episode. Let's jump into it.
Okay, so here we are inside of Minecraft, and the first thing that I noticed, we're gonna kind of do this as I discover things for this snapshot. And so as I find something new, you're going to get to see it from me. And the very first thing, I found an ocean and went into it and listened. It sounds so different. In fact, let's go ahead and turn up our volume so you can hear it all the way. You can hear me swimming. There's very ambient sounds. It's crazy. I mean, it sounds like the bottom of the ocean, but very nice addition is, oh my gosh, I'm scared. I don't like it. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's get out. There we go. Okay, wow, that's crazy. Very ambient. So, the sounds have been updated. I hear bubbles. And maybe we'll hear a lot more as we move along to the next things that are in the snap. What was that? Did you hear that? What was that? Oh, my head. I heard something bad. I didn't like it. There's some fish. Do you make sounds? No. No, apparently you don't. Maybe you do. Holy cow, these are some spooky sounds. Okay, is that piranha? What is that? Okay, so no, one thing that you just saw here, let me get out of F5 here, is that the ocean, the fog of the ocean here, let me turn this down just a bit. There we go. The fog of the ocean will change depending on what type of biome you are in. So right now, it looks like we're in lukewarm ocean. And now we're just in normal ocean. So that change from ocean to lukewarm ocean, and I'm looking for, there we go, will change the color of the ocean fog. And that is also true for swamps, if we could find a swamp. One nice thing is when you use a locate command and click to teleport, it will put a little tilde, which is, I think, what I suggested in my video, to teleport there. So in order to find a swamp quickly, I found a swamp hut, and hopefully there is, it might not be, but hopefully there is an ocean kind of right next to it. Here we go. We got some water, so let's jump into this. There we go. Okay, so it's not as deep as the oceans, but you can really easily see that green tint. Let me make this a little bit bigger. Okay, so I have just filled this area with water. This is not in the swamp. This is river right here. And as we move into the swamp, whoa, that was kind of a weird transition. But you can definitely see kind of the gross greenness. Whoa, that is the swamp water versus just the plain old river water. River water, so fresh, so clean. You can also see that transition on the top of the water. You've always been able to see that, but now it kind of like denotes exactly where that that other water kind of happens. Something else that I can see right on this locate. I was going to go locate an ocean ruin or ocean monument. Actually, I was aiming for the ocean monument, but now you can locate ocean ruins. You can locate buried treasure. So this is nice. Let me do a ruin first before we jump into the treasure, because the buried treasure you should be able to get a map from a ruin, is what I've seen. Okay, so this is a really cool ruin. It has some prismarine blocks in it, and let's see if we can find a chest around here. Aha! Game mode 3 is helpful. Okay, so we got a few chests. We got 1, 2, and 3 chests. So let's check these out. Okay, nothing in this chest. Okay. No, just a mending rod. This is, I believe, the large chest loots because we have that golden apple and golden nugget. Now, as I'm going over this other chest, you can see these fish right here. These are new and different fish. Now, these will look different, but every time you pick one up in a bucket, you can actually see it already. Tropical fish is what shows up. I don't know if I can do this in creative. Oh, I can. Look at that. And then if I drop it down, is it the same type of fish? Oh, it is. Look at that. Oh, that's adorable. Okay. Now, these fish, I know that I was focused on the chests, and now I've switched over to fish. But tropical fish, it seems like we have a lot that kind of look the same. Here's some that look different. It can be very, very, very different, okay? You have different shapes of tropical fish. You have different base colors of tropical fish. And you have, I think, different accent colors as well. So here's even some more tropical fish. You can have over 3,000 different variants of tropical fish. And so you could easily create an aquarium only of different types of tropical fish. And really, really incredible. I feel like aquariums are going to become kind of the big new thing in Minecraft coming up here. Okay, look at this. The last chest, I got very lucky, and it has a buried treasure map. So, with this buried treasure map, let's get over here on land. It should lead us to buried treasure, and I'm a little worried about doing this in creative. So let's do this in survival. Okay, so we're in survival now, and we have this buried treasure map. I just opened it, and there, look at that. Look at that. We got buried treasure this way. It seemed like from people talking on the Reddit is that these treasure maps aren't very, very far away. So it's not like the, oh my gosh, I need to figure out how to do that. It's not like the maps that you get from the cartographers that can be thousands and thousands of blocks away to get to one of the mansions. This is something that's really close by that you could basically just go pick up and get right now. Okay, I'm coming up on it. Let's jump out. And it should be around here somewhere. Unfortunately, I don't have any tools. Here, let me give myself some tools. Okay, I've given myself a diamond shovel, and let's go. We're searching for buried treasure. Okay, I'm looking at this map, and the way, I think that it might be right under me here. So let's dig down around here. I didn't get it. I didn't have any luck over here. Okay, I'm really determined for the first buried treasure that I find to be found in survival, not in like game mode 3 or anything like that. But I am having a really difficult time. Like, this whole area has been okay, this whole area has been excavated, and I can't find it. So, if I don't find it soon, for lack of time, I'm gonna just game. Oh, I found it! Oh, ooh. Okay, so we got some cooked salmon. We got 1 diamond, a TNT, 3 gold ingots, 2 iron, 3. Was that 4 emerald? I can't remember. 3 emerald maybe, and some cooked fish. That is very, very exciting. Okay, so for me, that was buried. I'm trying to fly here, but I can't. That was buried. Let me look. It was buried under the water, so it was right there. This used to be, yeah, under the water. It looks like it's right at that level where it switches from sand to the hardened sand, to sandstone. And so you did have to dig down a few blocks. If I look at my treasure map, I'm standing right on it. It looks a little bit like that, where you can kind of see your character floating around. If I was over here, it wouldn't quite look the same, but it's a little bit hard to tell. Now, before I switched into my mode, my adventure mode, whatever, survival mode, I did take a whole bunch of copies of the map, and it's the exact same map because it has that ID 0. And so very, very cool. Found a treasure map, found some treasure. Now, it has been mentioned that you can place down markers on maps. And so I have a few ways to do that. This is my first time doing it, and I'm not sure if you can do it on a buried treasure map or not, because it is a little bit different because it already has some data filled in on the map, but let's find out. So you use banners in order to pull this off. I'm going to use this named banner called My First Treasure. We have a white banner and we have a black banner. So if I put that down and right click, aha, My First Treasure is named on the map. So if I run over here, that's really, really, really cool. You can actually see that quite nicely. And by the way, I am in survival mode, so things can blow up on me. So if I put down this and right click on that, oh, it's right out of the range. Darn it, come back. Okay, I have this one down. This is really close by. Right click it. There we go. Now we have a black banner on the map. Now you can get rid of the banner by just clicking it, or the marker just by clicking it again. So let's right click and we add it, and we can right click it again if we don't like it, and we can remove it. So that's a very, I would say, almost intuitive way of putting down markers. I want to put down one more over here on this peninsula. Okay, there's that one down. Right click and then bam. So we have markers on a map. Doesn't matter if it's a treasure map, just any map will do. I really, really like that. One more thing is it did say if the banner is destroyed and you update the map. Now, if I'm far, far away, the map won't update. But if I'm right here close, there it goes. It just disappeared. You could see that happen right there. So if you do, now let's see. I'm going to put it back down in the same spot. No. Okay, so we have to reconnect and then we get it back. So if your house is blown up, well, then you lose that little marker on your map. So also updated is coral, and every texture is different except for the dead coral. That still looks basically the same. But every coral now has a plant variant. So we got blue, which kind of looks like, rounded little things with a rounded little plant. You have this pink that almost looks like a turtle shell, but with some nice sort of wispy plants. Then you have purple that sort of looks like scales, in my opinion, and it has more of a leafy plant. Red, which has a few little kind of like shoots of rounded stuff, but almost looks like, I don't know, rain on what? That's a weird description. I don't know, but it has kind of these flutes of red, and then this yellow, and it has almost like a grass-like looking plant. I did kind of just use some artistic skill to maybe make what this looks like in the world. It is not naturally generating yet, not that I've seen. I haven't seen anyone say that it is or isn't. But this is just some yellow and the purple there. And it still works the same, I believe, that if you put it out here, yep, it dies immediately. So I really like the updated textures. By the way, I keep seeing new types of tropical fish all the time. These ones are like little green and blue ones, and they're just all over. It's just really, really cool. There's some yellow ones. Here's some little orange ones. I could definitely see going and exploring the oceans to find particular types of color variants of fish in order to create your aquarium at home. There's some nice, cool, like teal ones as well. Bright green ones. I just got pufferfished. But really, really cool stuff. These pufferfish are much more deadly now that you might be exploring the oceans a lot more. What's very interesting that I just noticed is earlier, just to get rid of some mobs, I set my difficulty to peaceful. And normally in peaceful, there are 0 hostile mobs. But these little pufferfish are still around, and they will still poison you, even though they're technically not a hostile mob. But if you were playing on peaceful and hoped that you wouldn't get hit by anything hard, then then that might cause you a bad day. Okay, so the phantom texture has changed quite a lot. Let's just summon a few of them here so we can look at them. And the color is very, very, very different. Looks like the wings aren't quite transparent yet. That's a little glitchy. But they have these bright green eyes and this really crazy skeleton blue color. If I set the time to night, okay, so now it is night. It's getting a little bit darker and darker. But the phantoms are a lot easier to see, especially with those green eyes. So that does, I would say, add a good. Oh my gosh, get out of here! There we go. I made a few more. That adds a much easier way for you to be able to see these guys during the dead of night. And I don't have any night vision. I took away my night vision. I just have the brightness turned up to not be moody. But it does make these guys a lot easier to see at night. And the very, very last thing to cover is the Trident now has a new model so that it doesn't look like just a random 3D thing kind of poking off the edge of the inventory screen. So now you have this pixel model of it, which corresponds pretty good to some of the other little models of stuff. Like, this Totem of Undying doesn't actually, well, I guess it does. Yeah, it does look exactly like that. But yeah, you have a nice little model of the Trident.
I'm absolutely in love with this big, huge update. It feels so silly to play on 1.12 right now because there is so much cool stuff in the Snapshot. I can't wait to make my own survival world aquariums and things like that. So let me know in the comments down below what in the update aquatic so far has been your favorite thing. Just pick one. It's gonna be real difficult. Thank you so much for watching this episode of OMGcraft. If you like this video, please give it a like. Please subscribe or follow the channel wherever you find us to get future tips, tricks, tutorials, and spotlights here on OMGcraft. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!